I'm Anna.
I'm Natalie.
And this is Girl Talk with
Natalie.
and Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should say Girl Talk next time.
Okay.
Okay. Well, today we're going to talk about how to do things.
Do all the things.
All the things, but still save
the monies.
the monies. And we are both budget conscious people.
We have to be with our job.
But because of that, it doesn't mean that we have to live like boring people.
No, we actually still live pretty fun.
We're kind of fun people.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some tips to help you, if you are a fun person like us, do all the things.
Yes.
We came up with some tips and tricks. So,
Yeah.
say you get invited to a restaurant.
Yes. Somebody invites you to go, and you're thinking, that sounds like so much fun, but I need to save money. Well, a couple tips. One, you maybe eat a snack before you go, so you're a little bit more full.
Yeah.
So that way you're not like, gonna gorge. Also, looking at the menu ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
That way you don't make some spontaneous, like, impromptu decisions like, I'm going to get the onion rings!
Yeah, because if you have met my husband, when he goes to a place, he orders the menu.
He orders
like,
the menu.
Literally. So it's good to not be super hungry when you go to a place. Also, like, drink a lot of water, either while you're sitting there or before you go, because water fills you up and it makes it so you basically aren't hungry.
Exactly. And we're saying you can still order the things you want to order, but we're just meaning that this way
like
you're
not ravenous.
And this way you're not regretting your decisions later for what you ordered.
And if you're super hungry, go during happy hour. Happy hour, like, things are way cheaper. Usually there's a yummy burger that you can eat, some good French fries, and you can still have all the things without having to spend a lot of money.
Exactly. Also, moving on to the next thing is movies.
Mm-hmm. Those are real expensive.
They're expensive, right? Oh man, some people don't get a chance to go see movies anymore in theaters because they're expensive. But some movie theaters have deals, like in Sherwood. We have it here where on Tuesday, maybe this is all Regal Cinemas, I'm not quite sure.
Maybe.
Should check my facts before I start speaking. But on Tuesdays in Sherwood, at least, it's like $5.40 or $5.70 per ticket.
Oh yeah.
It's like half or not. Yeah, it's half off or whatever. And so
are they new movies?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's just on Tuesdays.
Oh.
So my boyfriend and I do a weekly movie date to Regal Cinemas on Tuesdays in Sherwood. However,
there's a movie theater in Sherwood?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's a big one. But
and also looking for movies in the park. Like during the summer, usually, especially if you have kids, you can go see some of the kind of the fun movies. Like the Goonies has been shown there before, and just fun movies that you can watch during the summer that are and it's free. You can just go and spread out your blanket.
Yeah, or like if there's any festivals or anything, because not every festival is going to involve like spending money. Sometimes you can just walk through it, and it just, obviously if it's in Portland, usually it costs money, but if it's not entry fee, like, go for it.
Totally. And also kind of to go along with the last one, eat before you go. Like these are food's way overpriced.
And just have snacks, and it's okay if you or share something.
Yeah.
With somebody.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, that's also another good one for restaurants. Is just share.
You do that sometimes. Also, like, host more at your place. Yes. So this is moving on to the next one. Host more at your place. Like, one of the reasons that we got the house that we did is so that we could have people over to our house instead of having to go out all the time. So in order to save money, you could have people bring stuff over for snacks, or do like a little like happy hour, like game night at your house, something that doesn't require a lot of setup but also super fun.
Yeah, and if everyone brings something, it can be really inexpensive and you're saving on gas. And if everyone's bringing something, then maybe you only have to worry about like cheese and crackers or the salami or
something to drink or something like that.
The lemonade, who knows.
Okay, so vacations, this one can get really expensive in the summer, especially because we always want to go somewhere and gas prices go up. So one of the tips that Natalie had was deciding your priority. Are you going for the relaxation in the hotel, or are you going for the experience at the location?
Exactly.
So maybe you don't need to spend as much money as a hotel if a place you're going to be is going to be like you're going to Disneyland. Maybe you don't need you're not going to be there all day, so you don't need to spend a bunch of money.
For me, priority always on vacation. I would like a hotel room that's clean, obviously, but I'm also okay if it's like kind of like dingy or a little bit, if I'm close to where I'm going to be. So like to me, it's location is the priority. So I need to be able to like go to the hotel and then like quickly be able to get to like whatever we're doing. So if it's Disneyland, you know that you're close to the park, or walkable to whatever thing you're doing, or just even a quick drive. Whereas Anna, would you say that you would rather? I mean, obviously you'd rather have not a nice hotel, but like
I
nicer.
have a higher priority for a nicer hotel room. Like when we went to Disneyland, we actually were half a mile away from Disney, and we walked there every day. But the hotel was a lot nicer than if we would have stayed closer. So that's what our priority was. But also get a room with a kitchen if you can, or
Oh,
pack your
yeah.
food, because if you can do that, then you're going to save a lot of money. Like, especially if you go into Disneyland, you can pack. I don't know why we keep talking about Disney. Maybe we want to go to Disneyland.
I really
But
do
like,
want to go to Disneyland again.
but like pack your food, and Disneyland will let you take it in.
What?
Yeah, they'll let you take in food.
That's impressive.
I know.
All more reason to like them.
Okay, and then just day to day, like when you are doing like your weekly menu, that's also another tip to do like a weekly menu. But make sure that you make enough food for the next day for lunch, because especially when you are working, a lot of times it's easy to just grab something or eat out, and so this saves you money in the fact that you don't actually have to
For
do
sure. And one thing I do personally is if I'm dishing up my plate, I will take out my like glass Tupperware and I will dish up the Tupperware plate and then like put that to the
Yeah, that's a
side
good
for a
idea.
second. So it's not even like some people might be thinking, oh, I don't want to put away the Tupperware and all that stuff right now. Like I'm just getting my meal, but just pretend like it's like the extra person at the table and you're just dishing them up real quick.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so just kind of like as a just all over tip, if a friend or a family member is like, hey, you want to go do this thing, and you feel like money's a little tight, or you feel like you've been going out too much, come up with a counter offer, like one of these options, like, oh yeah, like why don't you come over instead and bring this, so that way you can still hang out with them. You don't feel like you're being a curmudgeon, but you're also saving money.
Exactly.
And so those are our tips.
Those are our tips.
That's it. So comment below and tell us if you have any tips about how you
Yeah.
save money and still do the things.
Do all the things.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.